Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Excuse me, sir. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dewangga Bayu Prastomo, with my registration number is 17.41.023, and I'm from Nautical 7B class. In this video, I want to explain about personal protective equipment or PPE for midterm exam assignment English Maritime. Okay, what is a PPE or personal protective equipment? Personal protective equipment is commonly referred to as PPE. Is equipment worn to minimize exposure to hazard that cause serious workplace injuries and illnesses. These injuries and illnesses may result from contact with chemical, radiological, physical, electrical, mechanical, or other workplace hazard. Ship owners have long been required under flags that allow to provide a safe place of work of their crew members. This includes the provision of approved PPE. Number one is head protection. Head protection, protecting workers from potential head injuries, is a key element of any safety program. A head injury can impair a worker for life, or it can be fatal. Wearing a safety helmet or hard hat is one of the easiest ways to protect a worker's head from injury. Hard hats or safety helmet can protect employees from impact and penetration hazard, as well as from electrical shock and burn hazard. Safety helmets are one of the most frequently used forms of PPE. Safety helmet will protect the users like hitting fixed dangerous objects at the workplace and impact from objects falling from above by resisting and deflecting blows to the head. For example, number one is bomb caps. Bomb caps protected the worker. Small impact that worker may incur when bumping into or knocking against a stationary object, while hard hats offer additional protection against falling or moving objects. Bomb caps are designed for a small laceration or bump where the wearer comes into contact with the hazard. For the example, PPE number 2 is hearing protection. Ear protection refers to device used to protect the ear either externally from elements such as cold, intrusion by water and other, and environmental condition, debris, or specifically from noise. High levels of exposure to noise may result in noise-induced hearing loss. Measures to protect the ear are referred to as hearing protection, and devices for that purpose are called hearing protection device. For the example is earmuffs and earplugs. And the earmuffs are designed to be multiple use and may be designed to be worn with the harness over or behind the head or below the chin. They are generally more comfortable, but may not provide as much protection because they only sit over the ears rather than directly in the ear canal. For the earplugs, are usually made of plastic or silicone rubber. They are available in a variety of shapes and sizes and are usually characterized by one or more ribs or counters. They are considered multiple use, therefore they must be cleaned and properly stored after each use. For the PPE number 3 is face and eye protection, such safety goggles, safety spectacles, and face shield. Safety goggles. Safety goggles are intended to shield the wearer's eyes from impact hazard such as flying fragment, objects, large chips, and particles. Goggles fit the face immediately, surrounding the eyes, and form a protective shield around the eyes. This prevents objects from entering under or around the goggles. For the safety spectacles, is the frames of safety spectacles are constructed of metal or plastic and can be fit in with either corrective or planar impact resistant lenses. Side shield may be incorporated into the frames of safety spectacles when needed. Consider each component of safety spectacles when selecting the appropriate device for your workplace. For the face shields are intended to protect the entire face or portions of it from impact hazards such as flying fragments, objects, large chips, and particles too. When worn alone, face shields do not protect employees from impact hazard. Use face shield in combination with safety spectacles or goggles, even in the absence of dust or potential splashes, for additional protection beyond that offered by spectacles or goggles alone. Okay, for number 4 of the PPE is hand and foot protection. Below is a guide to the most common types of protective work gloves, and the type is, for the gloves, is fabric gloves. These gloves are made of cotton or fabric blends. They are generally used to improve grip when handling slippery objects. They also help insulate hand from mild heat or cold. For the second is leather gloves. These leather gloves are used to guard against injuries from spark or scraping against rough surface. They are also used in combination with an insulated liner when working with electricity. And then for the foot protection is safety boots. The worker must make sure that each affected workers use protective footwear. When working in areas where there is danger of foot injuries due to is falling or rolling objects pressing the sole, or where feet are exposed to electrical hazard. And then for the number 5 is from PPE is body protection. Body protection like safety harness, and then high visibility safety apparel. For the body protection, usually body protection equipment is required in the following cases: is for protection against weather condition, for users protection against extreme temperatures, ensuring protection against entanglement, drowning, and chemical contamination, or etc. For the safety harness is a common type of PPE is the safety harness, which is combined with some other fall protection element like a shock absorbing lanyard or a self-retracting lifeline. For the high visibility safety apparel, or HVSA, is clothing that workers can wear to improve how well other people see their visibility. For the number 6 from PPE is protection against drowning, is life jackets. Life jackets are designed for wear when abounding in the ship in emergency situation. They generally provide more buoyancy and give the wearer more freeboard by inclining the person onto their back to keep their face, mouth, and nose further from the water. Life jackets are designed to help turn and keep the wearer face up even when unconscious. Higher buoyancy life jackets provide the most support in turbulent waters and extended period of times. For the last point from PPE is protection against hypothermia. Hypothermia is a condition that results when a body is exposed to extreme cold weather condition. When a ship's crew member falls into the water by accident or is exposed to extreme condition while working on deck. It has been observed that majority of the times a fatal condition is reached because of a hypothermia. From this example is immersion suit. Immersion suits are designed to prevent crew members from death due to exposure and hypothermia. To do this, a suit must cover all the body and its extremities, except the face, with highly insulating waterproof material. Okay, maybe I think it's enough for my explain about PPE. I'm sorry if I make a mistake because I'm only human. Wabillahi taufiq walhidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.